Hello and welcome back to Pirlo's Manager to Glory series. We're now starting the fourth season after a very disappointing third season that left Andrea with a season-long injury. We are still looking for 3 league titles, 6 domestic cups, 3 European titles, and only 7 seasons remaining. The board has decided to give us stricter objectives this year. However, they are awarding us €70 million for our transfer window. We need to add talent to our starting 11. As you can see, the entire left side of our formation is lacking in comparison to the top teams in the Bundesliga. Since we're no longer in the second division, we're going to look to sign all 3. And first, we start with a very pacey center back, Jeremiah St. Just. We get him for €12 million. Next, we find another pacey left back in Derek Cohn. We get him for €15 million. And I think the biggest signing of this season is going to be Marcel Dames, who has 97 pace. He's only 18 years old. After these 3 signings, you can see what our starting 11 and bench is going to look like for this season. We definitely upgraded. However, we are still only mid-table talent. Hence why this is going to be a full season episode. We're starting our first match against Iron Frankfurt to test out our new talent for the season. Defensively, we really struggled in this game. A few nice moves by their striker leads to a 2-0 lead, and Celt gets a penalty opportunity in the 50th minute to half their lead. After he makes that penalty, we're left with one last opportunity in the 90th minute. And Celt tries to lay it off to our new left winger. It is intercepted, and that would be our first game, going down as a loss 2-1. Our second match is against another mid-table talent, and our defense is still struggling. However, Celt does score his second goal in the second match, leading us to a possible comeback. But our hopes are dashed immediately. Elman, who scores in the 73rd minute, and this would prove to be the game-deciding goal. So for the second season in a row, we start in an abysmal form, being the only team to not pick up a single point in our first 5 games, and last in the league table. We skip ahead to matchday 6 and finally get some points in the league table. However, our misfortune strikes again as we get an early own goal. After the opponent's set piece hits the wall, we're able to showcase our new signee, blazing speed, 97 pace, sprinting past the defenders and leading him to a one-on-one with the keeper, where he slots home an easy finish, tying us at 1-1. And at the beginning of the second half, Celt does his best impression of Jota and lays it off to Serie, who's able to score and put us in the lead 2-1. And Jota returns the favor to Celt, who's feeling very generous this game, and passes it off to Dames, who secures his brace in its first 2 goals of the season. Celt ended up scoring a few minutes later, and we take a win 4-1. That game led up to our first DFB Pokal match, where the board is looking for a semi-final appearance this season. Early in the match, Karlsruher defenders are no match for Reese as he gets inside the box and takes a shot, but it is saved by their keeper. Serie is able to get the rebound, lay it off to Dames, who tries a finesse shot, however it is saved yet again. In the next possession, Karlsruher best our defenders and our keeper, going up 1-0 in the 20th minute. And late in the first half, after a mindless turnover, they almost make it 2-0, but that shot goes off the wrong side of the post. In the first minute of the second half, we do win a penalty, and Selk is here to save the day. His clinical finishing is the only good part of this team so far this season. With the score tied and tempers flaring after their penalty conceded, one of their defenders slides into Jota and is deserving of a red card. However, he only receives a yellow. This would prove detrimental to our team as they're able to string a few nice passes together and score a screamer outside the box in the 80th minute. And after that goal, our team lost their heads as we give up another goal just 5 minutes later, putting them up 3-1. And they were able to secure a fourth goal a few minutes later and bounce Hamburg out of the DFB Pokal in the second round. And that devastating loss bled through into the Bundesliga table as we are still in last place halfway through the season. At this point, the board is considering calling for Pirlo's job, and it's up to Hamburg to string a few games in the month of January in order to stay out of relegation. In the 30th minute against our heated rivals, Summers commits a tackle on St. Just, which leads to an early red card. Despite having a one-man advantage, we weren't able to stop the Heidenheim side from scoring 2 straight goals. Dames delivers a great lobbed through ball, which leads to Selk scoring his 10th goal of the season. Try to press their side, however they break through past the defensive line and get a one-on-one with the keeper, leading to a clean chip that seals our fate. Following this loss, we string together a few wins, and we're facing RB Leipzig. This gives us a chance to lift ourselves out of the relegation zone with a win or a draw. Deriva's blocked shots leads to a self rebound and ground ball goal. We give the ball up in our half, which leads to a Sesko screamer in the 80th minute, as we see our possible 3 points dwindle down to 1. In February, we turned 4 games into 8 points, and in March, we turned 3 games into 7 points. After a draw in our first game of April, it leads us down another inconsistent spell where we drop 4 of our last 5 games of the season. Due to our run of form in February and March, we were able to secure a mid-table spot. And now with the last game of the season, pride on the line, we're looking to avenge our loss against Heidenheim. Despite being down, our star striker in Sub, who picked up an injury just a few games before. However, in the 30th minute, we're able to get past their defensive line with our backup striker Copado, who sweats it across goal and gives Jota one of his few goals of the season. It looks like they're about to mirror our goal when a through ball breaks past our defensive line. However, Derek Cohn is able to race back, safely clear the ball out of harm's way. The last opportunity of the game came in the 90th minute. Lead it off to one of their center mids, and he strikes from just inside the box. Erstall saves that shot and saves our game, as we were able to secure a win in the last game of our season against the Heidenheim side. As the season draws to a close, Leverkusen wins the Bundesliga, the 3rd year in a row with a new champion in Germany. Hamburg is able to secure a 10th place spot. Manchester City is once again the champions of England. PSG has another dominating season, and Juve Stabia has their worst season yet. Real Madrid wins La Liga by 10 points, and without any surprise, Harry Kane is able to win the Golden Boot of Germany, with 2nd place Luis Openda scoring 10 fewer goals. Selk was still able to put home 14 goals in 31 games. However, it's clear that he needs help in the following season. so we're going to be looking to sign a new winger to support our star man up front. Unfortunately, Jota doesn't even make the top 25 list for assist leaders. However, Saibari makes an appearance at number 22. Selk has 19 goal contributions, Saibari has 13, Dames has 11, and that's where it drops off. Deriva, Jota, and Reese were all very disappointing this season as they only combined for 9 goals in 35 total games. On a positive note to end the season, our defense really picked up in the second half, was able to halve the amount of goals conceded per game, and we are looking like one of the strongest defenses in the Bundesliga. Unnerstahl had the most clean sheets in the league at 10 in 31 matches played, and Hamburg decided to cut our transfer budget, only allotting us €51 million starting next season. However, we do have a few plans to sell a few disappointing players and bring in a star player to play along that offensive front. Stay tuned for next season to find out who our new star player of Hamburg will be. Thanks for watching.